All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion as advised. Do 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 do. It's clobbering time.
Am I supposed to know that?
If you do, that would be awesome.
Okay, then I would be awesome. Okay,
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
It'd be like cool if you did. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies, Nursery Bullying Host Leroy, aka the Ultimate Nullifier, with my co-host.
Damn. This is Eli, aka R2 Dorito.
Here's the crazy thing, Eli. The people that watch the movie won't get that reference.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. So much for being comic book accurate. But anyway, got us, and we also want to give a shout out to the third co-host, Herbie, the AI.
Oh,
so yeah.
The Doombots. Oh yeah.
The
So
Doombot.
Herbie, we're gonna call him Herbie now?
for this episode, just for this.
Well, all hail Herbie. All hail the Doombots. Whatever.
The love bug, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, like I said, but don't worry, don't worry. I know some of y'all don't give a shit about Fantastic Four, even though it's a comic book podcast. I don't know why you're here, but that's okay. I got Fantastic Four covered. But if you come here to hear Happy Gilmore, we got you covered in it too.
All
that's
30
him.
seconds of it, yeah.
That's him. He's gonna go into the Happy Gilmore lore.
The mythology.
The mythology of Happy Gilmore. We're gonna give you all that. So we're gonna start with it. So, but we're telling you that we got a lot of show because even before we get into Fantastic Four, even though we're getting Happy Gilmore, we have to pay our due diligence, and it came in fast, quick, in a hurry. It did not play around. 2025 is not playing around with us. So yeah. So let's go. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this thing started off. I want to say rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warren. I was like, whoa, this came out of nowhere. Yeah. So
this is shocking.
For those who know what this is Theo Huxtable from The Cosby Show. He was the oldest son on the show. Basically like all of our big brothers, growing up in the 80s. I mean, that's just what it was. Of course, he had the classic Gordon Gartrell skit, which we broke down on this podcast because we explained
one of our classic clips.
One of our class, because we made a reference to it, and people that listen to the podcast had no idea what we were talking about. Like, damn, y'all don't know Gordon Gartrell?
Like, you made the Gordon Gartrell reference, and I was like, oh, damn.
Talk about and everybody was like, what is he talking about? So yeah, and the funny thing about it, well, I ain't gonna say funny thing about it, but the thing about Malcolm Jamal Warren, like, even though we know him from Cosby Show, thing is, the guy kept working up until like this year. Like, he was always in something. Even if
Community.
Man, thank you. That's Community reference. Yes, he played. Now, here's the thing about Community. Because before he came on Community, he was supposed to be Shirley's ex-husband. And Shirley's ex-husband was just talking about him like, dog, oh, he's a piece of shit, bad dad, ran off with a stripper, left me with this like this. So we thinking like, Andre's supposed to be like the most piece of shit person we ever seen before. Then here come Malcolm Jamal Warner, like, how we gonna hate Malcolm Jamal Warner?
And he redeemed himself.
No, he ran off with another stripper again in season 5. Yeah, he did.
Oh, damn. Okay, I was late.
Back, so yeah.
Well, by that time, they were threatening to get canceled so many times. Actors were coming in and out. They didn't even know if Shirley was going to come back. So
they didn't know she did come back. Yeah. So let's think about that. Like I said, he was on a bunch of shows. A lot of people don't know him from the Cosby Show because it's like a lot of younger viewers, but they know him from other shows like Malcolm and Eddie. Like I said, he was in a lot of things. And like I said, Cosby Show is a classic show. I want to make a public service. I'm sorry, but I'm going to get on a soapbox real quick. Bring back the Cosby Show. We need the Cosby Show. I get it. Bill Cosby's a controversial figure. I understand all of that. But guess what? There were other people on this show that worked their ass off that weren't in all that bullshit. So you can't punish. Yeah,
they did it with Roseanne. I mean, they did.
They kept the shit going. They got rid of Roseanne and kept everybody else going. So they'll say, don't punish everybody. Plus, the thing is, okay, we understand what he did in real life. But for fiction, we need this show and I'm not talking about as a black show, as black audience. It's bigger than that. Nuclear family audiences. We need this just to see that image on TV. So that's all I'm saying. All right, I'm off on soapbox. Can we move on past that?
Yeah. Well, good journey to him.
Good journey to Mac Jones.
Have a good journey, sir.
Who would have thought he'd be the first of the Cosby Show family to go? But yeah.
So
now I'm gonna step back, Eli. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette real quick, and I'm gonna just let you had all this. We got another one that popped up all of a sudden. Rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
So even though you did talk about this last week, but we can't talk about it too much. I mean, how there's no such thing as talking about Ozzy Osbourne too much.
I guess you're right. I could go on for hours on Ozzy and Black Sabbath and what he meant to metal music, what he meant to my life, and the huge impact he had on our lives and the metal community, the metal culture, music. Yeah, I'm sure every metal guitarist probably, I will put money that probably the first song they ever learned how to play on guitar was probably, most likely, Iron Man, a Black Sabbath song, yeah. Yeah. John Michael Ozzy Osbourne, he passed away just 2 weeks after his final show.
Right.
So he went out like a G. It's like he
and I saw footage of it, like it was huge. This was an event. Like,
yes, this is the final. His health has been in decline for the past like 6-7 years. He's had Parkinson's disease. He wanted to go out on top and play one final show, and they announced it as like, and I saw the clips and I've seen some of the performances. You can tell, yeah, he's aging. He was giving it all that he could. And it was sad, but it was also kind of triumphant in a way watching those performances. And then, yeah, it's like he held out for that last show. And then just 2 weeks later, because I talked about it. We talked about it, the final Black Sabbath show a couple weeks ago, and what it meant to me, and what it meant to the metal, the metal world, and yeah, 2 weeks later he passed away. So quite shocking. So yeah, I've spent the past week, shedding a few tears here and there, going through his catalog at band practice. I'm in a band at band practice the other night. We sat down and listened to Ozzy and Black Sabbath, and we played some Sabbath covers. We just celebrating all that he gave us. Yeah, he was a crazy guy. He had this like over the top personality, and he's got like there's so many stories of whatever, this and that. By no means was he perfect, but he was the first to always admit it, because he wrote about it in all those songs. He expressed his flaws and all his imperfections in his music, and basically expressed he expressed his demons through his music. And for the metalheads like me, for me being a lonely metalhead outcast, especially when I first moved here, I had no friends, and being a lonely reject weirdo, listening to his songs, it was empowering to hear, like, hey, it's okay to be weird, it's okay to be misunderstood. You know what? You don't have to fit in. Be proud of who you are. And that was.
And plus, we connect with other people through music. So if you found like other metalheads that was into it, boom, y'all clicked. And
yeah, it was empowering. It was empowering, Yeah. So yeah, like I said, he went. Sorry,
Is he gone? Oh, well.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I just need a moment.
Oh no. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he meant a lot to so many, and it's weird. We're seeing, metal as a culture. We're seeing it evolve in real time, because he was one of the pioneers. So, and same thing with like hip hop. Like it's like 50 years old. It's, you know what I mean? It's
right.
These are subcultures that are still evolving. Historians and anthropologists are going to look back on this time, and this is a big moment in metal history, So yeah, he was just a big legend. He basically put into words what so many of us couldn't say, You know what I'm saying? Like being misunderstood, being the weirdo. He says it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to walk, to basically forge your own path, and that's what he did. Forge your own path. Metal has always been a music for individuals. Who are not afraid to stand on their own. So yeah, a big shout out and forever horns up to Ozzy and Sabbath, and yeah, have a glorious journey, sir. Crazy baby, rock and roll rebel, Prince of Darkness, whatever.
Shout out to Jake. He's here.
Okay. Hey, Jake, what's up?
Yeah. The crazy guy. Come on, Jake. You know who Ozzy Osbourne is. If I know who Ozzy Osbourne is, I know you know who Ozzy Osbourne is. So yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Jake.
Right. You know he's doing a bit, man. Come on. Only had yeah, you know, waka waka waka. Anyway, okay. Now, then we got that out the way. Now we can. No, I'm gonna throw this back to Eli.
Yeah, hot potato.
No, you can't. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb. Anyway, all right. So, want to say rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
Okay,
you know?
here's the thing, Eli. On this podcast, no matter who it is, we have found something too good to say somebody. You did a top 5 race things about Ike Turner on this podcast.
I did.
It was all Eli. Go back and listen to it. I don't know what so yeah. I'm pretty sure we could drum up.
Yeah, you're the one still defending Kanye. What the fuck?
Oh man. So okay. So I'm gonna say this about Hulk Hogan. Let's just say this. Okay, in the 80s, no matter what happened to him later on in life, but in the 80s, he was everybody's favorite wrestler. In the 80s.
I will tell you, he wasn't mine. I never liked him. I always liked.
God damn. Okay.
I was the heel guy. I was always a heel guy. I did like Ricky Steamboat, you know. But
Ricky Steamboat was awesome, right?
But I was never really a Hulk Hogan guy. I was more into Macho Man and Roddy. I loved Roddy more. Roddy made me laugh. He was a prick. No, but I thought that was funny.
Was awesome. Everybody's name was awesome.
But yes, you're right. Hulk Hogan was the first wrestling superstar.
I mean, if you could, honestly, he probably helped create the wrestling craze in the 80s, because wrestling in the 80s was everybody was a wrestling fan in the 80s. It wasn't like a subculture over here. No, everybody was into wrestling in the 80s. It's just what it was, you know.
Yeah, he had a cartoon. Like I used to watch his cartoon. You know,
I did too. Yeah.
Was it Rock and Roll Wrestling or Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling or some shit?
Something like that.
Junkyard Dog. Like
the 80s. Now hold on, I'm gonna defend Eli. I'm gonna defend Eli because the folks he named, Macho Man and Roddy Piper, all of them were awesome. So we're not gonna knock them. So yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah. I got to see, I got to flip Hulk Hogan off, and he looked right at us. You know, I saw him wrestle Macho Man.
What racial slur did he call you when he said? No, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Right. Like I said, we're trying to find something positive. If we can find something about Ike Turner, we can find something about Hulk Hogan. All right.
Did we find something on it? Oh, wait, yeah.
All right. So, like I said, Hulk Hogan was the most popular wrestling. We can at least admit that. So
yes, we'll give credit where credit is due.
We'll give credit.
Professional pro wrestling wouldn't be where it is without Hulk
right.
Hogan.
I'll even go a little bit further. Since we're on it, Hulk Hogan, I'll say since you love heels so much, Eli, I'll say Hulk Hogan was the greatest face heel turn in wrestling history.
Yeah, I didn't even like that either.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I was like, he's back now?
Right. Like I said, because we went from Hulk Hogan to, oops, my fault. Oh, wrong one. My fault. That one. Hollywood Hogan. That's what I meant to say. Hollywood Hogan. So you had the face heel turn right there. And then all of a sudden, then things went. Here's the thing.
Although, no. I will say Andre the Giant's heel turn was the bigger fucking heel turn. And was way better. Was awesome. Huh?
I don't even remember him going heel turn. I just remember
back in the 80s when I remember Hulk Hogan try, no, Andre, no. Yeah, when Andre the Giant turned heel back in 80 something, mid 80s. It was back in the 80s.
Okay, don't remember that.
Way before Jake was ever, swimming in his balls, daddy's balls.
Who's Andre the Giant? Like, stop, man. Princess Bride. He don't know Princess Bride, so we can't even say that. So yeah. All right.
But shout out to Jake. What's up, Jake? I guess Jake went to San Diego Comic-Con.
Did you? You got to give us some news on that.
Yeah, man.
On the floor reporting.
What kind of swag did you get? Did you get cool swag?
Or on the floor correspondent. So yeah. All right. So yeah, that's all I got to say about Hulk Hogan. That's it. Yeah. So
yeah. Well, good journey to him.
Wherever you are. So yeah. Now can you move on to the next podcast? Okay.
What's that one guy? The that horn player passed away too. What was that guy's name?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
Yeah. Well, good journey to him.
Yeah. Good journey to him too. Yes.
We all heard that music in an elevator.
We did Hollywood Hogan, but we didn't do him. I'm pretty sure he was a cool guy, but yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move next to our podcast. We're gonna, like I said, we talked about that. Then we're gonna jump into the thumbnail of what we got. So before we go into it, we're gonna bring back the old classic Eli.
Oh, Chuck Mangione, that's his name.
Chuck Mangione. Okay, so what did he do? What did he play?
That one song. Do 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 do. It's in the elevator. You hear it all the time in the elevator. You've heard it before.
I'm pretty sure I have.
He passed away as well this week, so good journey to him.
Good journey to him. Sorry you died on the week of
for making elevator rides so much more enjoyable.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, we're moving on past it. Like I said, we're going to talk about the Eli's favorite part of the podcast. We talk about the box office numbers.
Yeah,
you're going to give it to me, Eli. So what was the number one movie of the week?
Was it a Disney movie? Was it a Marvel movie?
It was a Disney/Marvel movie. Yes, it was.
So are we back? Is Marvel back? Is the MCU back?
We're back every week, man. We're back every week, and then every Marvel movie is the best Marvel movie since Endgame. That's what it is. How can all of them be good? Because I'm still mad about the way y'all turned on Thunderbolts. So
this isn't woke, so it's cool. So or something.
Well, is it woke?
I don't know.
Wokeness.
Well, I thought it was woke because we have gay Reed or something.
Wait, no, you know what? Okay, you know what the hot topic on this one? I have so many questions about Fantastic Four. Jake, you were at the right place. Eli is the Fantastic Four expert. All your
flame on. Flame on and on.
Okay, I heard it. Can we talk about that?
I told you.
You told me. Okay. Well, we're talking about, I know we're going to talk about Fantastic Four in a second, but first we got to talk about the Fantastic Four 90s cartoon. And I should have got that clip, but I don't want to play it because I want to get flagged out like that. But the point is, Johnny Storm rapped on there, and Eli told me about it. I was like, okay, I know that shit sucked. And I was like, whoa, this shit pretty good. Like, like it was beat, rhymes, everything. And then I think I did some digging. I went down the Reddit rabbit hole. I think one of the Far Side wrote that song.
Oh, I'm not saying produced by fucking...
Yeah,
like Dre produced it or some shit.
Yeah, like some shit like that. Like, okay, this is too good to just be somebody on the cartoon doing it. No, they got a real person on here doing this stuff.
Primo on the beats, no.
Right. Damn, son, where'd you find this? You know. All right, so what are we talking about? Oh, anyway, let's talk about this.
Johnny Storm.
No, not just Storm. Box office numbers. Fantastic Four was the number one movie of the week. It did 100 million. Blah blah blah. It's fine. Did a whole bunch of movie. If you worried about the box office numbers, don't worry about the box office numbers. One of the highest grossing movies of the year. It did pretty good. Marvel is okay. Marvel is fine. So yeah. So that being said, now before we jump into it, we got to do our thing, Eli, because every time we talk about a comic book movie, we got to dig into the deep dive lore on it. Now the thing is, I can't do a deep dive lore on Fantastic Four. To be honest with you, I never really gave a shit about the Fantastic Four. Not really. I only got an appreciation for the Fantastic Four doing this podcast, like doing the term of this podcast.
When you read
about it, we started this podcast. I think like the first movie we did was Fan Four Stick.
That is true. God damn.
And back then there was 3 of us.
Wow.
And 2 of us hated it.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, you never saw it? I'm gonna just say you hated it. So let's go with that.
No, I did. I did event. Like I didn't even see it at the time. It was when you and Ogar watched it.
Right.
I don't remember. Did Ogar hate it too? Or did he like it? He probably loved it, didn't he?
He loved it. Yeah, yes, he loved it. Yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, so 2 of us hated the movie. 1 of us loved the movie. And that's why we have 2 people on this podcast now. So, there you go. Shout out to Ogar. But yeah.
He went and said, fuck that. I'm going to only read Valiant from now on.
Right. Oh, yeah. So before we jump into Fantastic Four movie, I do want to just talk about, like I said, Jake has some questions about Fantastic Four, and I'm going to just throw some answers. Well, just throw some some lore at you with Fantastic Four. Not a deep dive, just some lore that I know about over the history. Now, I do want to know this, that a lot of people are asking, why are they fighting Galactus? Why don't they save Galactus for, other people, bigger threats like that? Galactus is a Fantastic Four villain. That's where he started. That's where he came from. That's who they're supposed to be fighting. I don't know where y'all getting this stuff from. So, yeah, but
well,
anyway.
they could have fought Doctor Doom.
No. They saving that.
They're saving Doctor Doom. I'm just saying they could have, but it sounds they're saving that.
No,
I heard Mole Man was in this. So
Mole Man was in it. Mole Man was
in
it.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. They could have fought Black Panther.
Nah.
I mean, wasn't he a villain at first or something?
Yeah, he kicked the ass, stuff like that. So yeah, because he originated in Fantastic Four comics. So everybody Namor, yeah. He was just a lame villain. Who? Galactus? Fuck no, shit. You talking about Galactus, one of the Marvel's best villains. So
yeah, Galactus is cool. Yeah, he's like cool and shit.
Yeah, Galactus is cool as hell.
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if I don't know how he was.
Okay,
I didn't see it, so I have been seeing clips though. Fucking TikTok, yo, motherfuckers are like posting the whole movie on TikTok. So I go, shit.
Nobody has to go to movies anymore. Anyway, and that's the thing.
Know,
like,
man.
if you just watch TikTok, it gives you a false identity of what the movie is. But like I said, that's my issue with TikTok from the beginning.
And I'm like, I can't. Yeah, it's like you got to, unless you see it, like unless you're at the fucking premiere,
right?
It gets spoiled like within hours. Like, what the hell, man? So, but yeah, I mean, like from what I saw, he looked pretty cool,
Yeah. So, like I said, Galactus. This isn't the issue. The Galactus debut. He issued the debut before that. But the point is, the movie is more or less an adaptation of the Fantastic Four Galactus trilogy. I think it was like issue 48, 49, and 50. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Is it the first one?
Yeah,
so it's like the first movie.
The
second
movie, but. The movie now is based on that comic.
The Rise of the Silver Surfer or whatever, back in whenever that came out.
Yeah, that shit. But I'm saying, this movie is also.
Okay, yeah. Well, so the Kirby Stan Lee joint.
Yeah, the Kirby Stan Lee runs stuff like that. So that's the issue. So now what I want to talk about, now that I got my bearing stuff like that, we'll talk about the Fantastic Four, like I said. Now, let's talk about Fantastic Four #1. Let's go back to it. 1961. Now, we talked about Superman last week, how Superman was the first comic book superhero. Well, the Fantastic Four is Marvel's first comic book superheroes. Now, I'm not talking about Captain America and Namor. Yes, I know they predate Fantastic Four by like decades. Ghost Rider predates them, but like I said, there was timely comics. They weren't Marvel at the time. So Fantastic Four came out when they rebranded and called themselves Marvel Comics, and Fantastic Four was the very first book that they made, and that pretty much launched all the rest of them. Now, the funny thing about Fantastic Four, the first issue, we all know the story Stan Lee says like that, but I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than that. Point is, at the time, DC was their distributor, and DC wouldn't distribute any comics that weren't superhero because all they wanted was Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So if there was another superhero comic, they weren't going to publish it. So they had to pretend like it wasn't they sold this not as a superhero comic, because superhero comics didn't sell back in the 60s. That's the weird thing. Like in the 50s, 60s, like that, it was about crime comics, monster comics, sci-fi comics. That's what would sell. Nobody bought superhero comics around the time. So what they did on the cover, they made it look like it wasn't a comic book, like a superhero comic. Notice that everybody is not in costume.
Yeah.
This is done on purpose. And the very first thing you see is a giant monster on the page. So they want you to sell the giant monster, not the superhero. And they say, even if it don't sell, we have a monster on the team, the Thing. So when you buy this, so they want you to not think that you're buying a comic. Matter of fact, the Fantastic Four, I think, didn't even get costumes either until issue 2 or 3. I think 3. I think issue 3 is when they actually got costumes, because they were trying to sell this as they're not superheroes, they're explorers, adventurers, stuff like that, because they knew superheroes wasn't going to sell. But when superheroes caught on, that's when they put the costumes and X-Men and Spider-Man and Avengers and what the fuck ever. So the Silver Surfer anti-hero, yeah, that's the Silver Surfer. That's what he always been. She's been what they been, whatever, wanted to say. Like I said, at the first, the Silver Surfer started off as a more or less villain and got reformed, face heel turn. Oh no, heel face turn. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, that's what we got with that one. So that's the kid. Also, we're gonna dig in some lore dive. Also, Herbie. We'll talk about Herbie on there. Herbie was very, very impactful in this movie. So that's why I want to talk about Herbie, because the thing is, Herbie actually didn't originate in the comics. Herbie originated on that 70s Fantastic Four cartoon.
Yeah.
And
that's where I'm old. That's where I first heard of the Fantastic Four.
All right.
It's from the Hanna-Barbera.
Bring us home. Bring us home. Tell us about Herbie.
He's just their side. He's their R2D2. He's their sidekick.
Basically, yeah. Well, I mean, but on that cartoon, they basically, to them, he was the fourth member. Because in that cartoon, Human Torch wasn't there. He replaced Human Torch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So for some, now I've heard two reasons why Human Torch wasn't in that cartoon. Either because they didn't have the rights to him, which doesn't really make sense, or they didn't want to put a dude that sets himself on fire on a cartoon, a kid's cartoon.
He was on that cartoon.
Not that one. Not the one with Herbie. Not that one. You talking about the one from the 60s. The one from the 70s, Human Torch wasn't on that one.
Hanna-Barbera?
Whatever the one with Herbie was on, Human Torch wasn't on it.
Okay, it's been a while.
Just go back and watch it. Like I said, it was Herbie. Herbie was the fourth member.
Because Hanna-Barbera, Disney don't own the rights to that shit. That's not, because I looked for that shit.
Yeah. It's not on Disney Plus anymore.
The one with like the World of Super Adventure. It was like the Herculoids and Space Ghost and
go back and
the
watch
Impossibles.
It again. Yeah, go back and watch it again. Human Torch was not on that cartoon. Herbie was the fourth member. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, good.
Like I said, if you find Human Torch and Herbie in the same spot at the same time, I will eat a cheeseburger next episode.
I'm Googling it right now.
All right, so that's what we've got there. So, like I said, we got Herbie on there. So he's a very important part of the team. Like I said, if you want to count members, he's one of the members of the Fantastic Four, not just a cute little robot. He's actually an official member. So yeah. Also want to talk about Baby Franklin. Baby Franklin makes his live action debut first. So even though he's been a thing in the comics since the 60s. So people are wondering, who is Baby Franklin? What is Baby Franklin? Why is Baby Franklin? Let me tell you about Baby Franklin. So
Baby Franklin is.
That's all you need to know. Let's take some of the most powerful heroes. Let's take Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Thor, Doctor Strange,
Magneto.
This baby
Legion.
is more powerful. Legion. This baby is more powerful than all
Omega motherfucking mega level.
Right. That baby is more powerful than everybody I just named combined. That's how fucking OP that baby is. Even in the movie, people just like, is that baby really that damn powerful? Like in the movie, the baby was doing crazy shit. That's how you know what the fuck was going on. I'm gonna tell you how crazy he gets in the comics. Like you see Galactus and all this shit, right? Okay, so Franklin Richards makes Galactus his herald in the comic. In the crazy shit going on like that.
That's right. Yeah.
So other crazy shit also. So yeah, Mo Man was there also. So yeah. Okay, yeah. And I think that's the deep lore now. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too deep into Fantastic Four because like I said, we got 60 years of what the fuck ever. So yeah, that's the main point I want to talk about. Herbie, Herbie and Franklin. So now we talk about the movie. So what do I think about the movie? Okay, so we talked about Superman, and I'm gonna keep comparing to Superman last week because that's their fault for dropping them both at the same time. But like we talked about Superman, we talked about the movie that it felt like the sequel to a movie that never happened. Well, Fantastic Four feels like the end of a trilogy that never happened. Like when they start off, they basically fought all of the bad guys already. Like I said, Mole Man, they named the Puppet Master, the Wizard, all Diablo, all these people like that, and they've already beat him. Matter of fact, like at the end of the first act, Reed has eliminated crime in New York, like all of it gone. Just he put drones out and that's it, like that. So I'm like, damn, okay, so they that damn hell. So basically, we've already bypassed all this shit. Like the thing when he has this like identity crisis with him being a rock monster like that, he's done with that. He's at peace with that. So yeah, so that's the crazy thing right there. So we just get right to Galactus and going on stuff like that. So what do I think about the cast? Some of them I think hit, some of them I think don't hit. I'll be honest with you. I think Pedro Pascal is the best Reed Richards we've gotten so far. You know, I think he captures that he's a piece of shit Reed. I think he captures that, but he doesn't go too far because, you know, like I said, it's too far from the audience. With the comics, you can like really go there and make Reed a bastard. This one, you can see a glimpse of it, you know, but he's there, super smart, can't catch context clues, don't know what's going on, but the leader can always understand, always calm. So that's Reed. That's what you expect. The Human Torch guy, he's a downgrade from Chris Evans. Just sorry, that's big shoes to fill. Hell, he's a downgrade from Michael B. Jordan, in my opinion, but he's there, so that's cool.
Oh, the guy from, he was on Stranger Things, right?
Was he? Everybody was on that show, I guess.
Johnny Storm, yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Like I said, he was fine. Everybody was fine. Everybody was serviceable. But were they better than the old cast? I think I like the chemistry of the old cast better. Regardless of what you think about those movies, I like the chemistry of the old cast better. The Thing looked more accurate because he was Thing, but the thing was, the voice was irritating me, man. I wanted the deep, gravelly voice. I never connected with it. I don't know why they didn't go that route with it. It made this Thing feel more timid, where, you know, he's supposed to be Yancey Street, you know, all that stuff like that. Yeah. I never really
got Johnny, I've got him load over here, you know.
Yeah, they did do. I don't know why they didn't do that. I guess they didn't want to be over the top with it. But like I said, you go over the top with everything else in the movie, like go there. So, and that's one of my problems I have with a lot of this movie. Now the standout, Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman. She was the standout of the movie. She was awesome and stuff like that. Yes, she was much better than Jessica Alba, but I'm not criticizing Jessica Alba for that, because that's just the way that movie was written. Like I said, it was to early 2000s. And anytime a woman was in a movie, they just wrote them like eye candy, you know, the male gaze. You know? But they changed it now. So now they've written Sue Storm as mother. So it's almost like they're playing different characters. You can't really compare them because they're different times and stuff like that. And just the thing she was doing, she was keeping them in line. She was clearly the heart of the team, the glue of the team. Now, we'll say this, even though maybe some of them were hit and miss individually, I did like the dynamic when all of them were together. When they all of them were together, it was electric. It clicked. So, yeah. Hold on, what we got here? It's clubbing time. What?
Clubbing time.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna blame it on spell check, Jake. On a Sunday? Damn, Jake.
He goes hard.
Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the big controversy. You said, how woke is this movie? Let's talk about how woke this movie is. Okay. Silver Surfer. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Oh, now, that's right. That's okay. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna talk about it.
Forgot about it.
The internet never forgets. Okay. So, like I said, y'all have been on our ass anytime we complained about it. We're like, what the Civil Service to do? Shut the fuck up. Civil Service been no, she wasn't. Like I said, we talked about this. Shala Ball has been Silver Surfer's wife in the main continuity for years. That's it. Yes, she has been Silver Surfer in not even two. One What If comic.
Panel.
That other comic y'all keep bringing up, shit like that. That wasn't even Shala Ball. That was Hercules' niece. Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. Stop getting y'all shit from TikTok. I know I keep shitting on TikTok, but I got to, because y'all can bring this shit up. So yes, so stop doing that, because if y'all want to go to What If story and just anything goes, then make Aunt May the Herald of Galactus in the next movie. Then if y'all want to do that, shit, she was in there. She was a herald longer than Shala Ball was. So now that's all I got. Now,
is her name Shala Ball in this, or
her
what?
name is Shala Ball in the movie? Yeah, it's Shala Ball.
Okay.
Yeah, they say it. So now, what do I think about it? She was fucking awesome. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So here's the thing, and honestly, the gender swap change actually played into the movie, because okay, so you got a female naked Silver Surfer chick on there. So of course, who on the team is they gonna get the attention more than anybody else? Johnny Storm. So yeah, so she shows up, going to destroy her, the Galactus, and Johnny like, whoa, who's that? You know. So now, you know, he's flirting with the back and forth like that. That's some of my favorite parts of the movie. So like, okay, if y'all gonna go that route, I'm gonna let this pay. I'm gonna let this slide. So yeah, and plus her scenes, which is awesome, man. Like just the way she was just acting, and plus also, why were we complaining about we rather have a hot naked dude than a hot naked chick? Does that say something about us, Eli? Is comic fans, I guess, for men, whatever. I don't know. It feels like
going to be naked.
Yeah,
I've never seen Silver Surfer dick.
Do you want to? I mean, is that
not
what
really?
Complain about? Yeah.
I'm not saying I do, but
not even at Comic-Con, somebody cosplaying, you know. Oh, shit. But as they were saying, like I said, like she would look like basically she was supposed to be like an angel, angelic. And I was saying, I'm gonna let it slide because her scenes were so awesome. Just her banter back and forth with Johnny, her action scenes, it was all awesome. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let this slide. I'm cool with this. I like this. If anything, I would knock the movie because she wasn't in enough. That's a one criticism I had. I'm a spoiler for you, Eli. The action scene that she had in there. There was one scene where the Fantastic Four was in space and they were fighting Galactus. Well, not fighting Galactus, running away from Galactus because he fucking Galactus. They're like, they got the fuck out of here. He like, okay, jump to light speed. The ship jumped to light speed. And they were like, whew, that was close, man. I'm so glad we got it from him. Good thing he can't catch up with us. And then they look in the camera and they're like, we're at light speed and she's right behind us. Like right there. And since they're in like this light warp tunnel, she's surfing on the warp tunnel. I was like, oh, that shit is fucking awesome, man. I'm not even gonna lie. So she had some of the best action scenes in the movie. So I can't hate it, you know. So hold on, what we got here? Why did they kill her off? Why did they kill her off so soon? They didn't kill her off so soon. She didn't die. Fuck. Did you see the movie, Jay? Okay. Yeah. So that's my thing. So I'm giving Silver Surfer a pass. Honestly, Silver Surfer, female Silver Surfers, Lady Surfer, whatever you call it, one of the best parts of the movie. So yeah, the best part of the movie was Galactus. Galactus was the best part of the movie. Galactus, the way they did him justice. I feel like, in my opinion, he is the best post-Endgame villain. Both post-Thanos, post-Endgame Marvel villain they've had so far. By actually a good margin. Like he was there. He was threatening. He was large. He was cool. Eli, the third act turned to a kaiju movie. That's what you got.
Well, yeah, you would expect something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a kaiju movie. He's wrecking the city in New York, destroying buildings and shit like that. And the Fantastic Four are straight up fighting this dude. I'm like, okay, I thought y'all were gonna do like some strategery or trickery or shit like that. No, they fighting his ass. And he was beating the shit out of him. I gotta spoil another thing for you. He like Reed thought he was gonna do it. Like Reed was kind of fucking him up a little bit, and then he caught Reed, and then he started stretching him.
With his dick.
I was like, damn, this shit is sadistic, man. This shit's going on like that. So yeah, the Fantastic Four was getting their ass whooped all the time. Okay, I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna say right there. But yeah, it was a fight between him and Galactus. So yeah. So any scene Galactus was in, this movie was a 5 out of 5. Anytime he showed up in the movie. So yeah. It's just the other part of the movie where I kind of had a little issue with. Like I said, anytime Silver Surfer was there, anytime Galactus was there.
So, the other 90 minutes of the movie?
Yeah, let me be honest about the movie. I felt like some of the scenes didn't really work for me because I feel like, back to Superman. We talked about Superman where we said the movie had way too much plot going on, way too much going on, blah, blah, blah. It was busy. But what we can all agree on that movie, that the theme of the movie was straightforward. The message of the movie was straightforward in Superman. We can't agree with that one. I feel like it was the exact opposite on Fantastic Four, where the movie itself was streamlined. We knew what was going on. We knew the bad guys. We knew the stakes. We knew what was going on. And we was cool with that. But the theme and the messaging felt like muddle. I feel like this movie had no bite to it. I feel like the movie had no teeth to it. I feel like they were playing it too safe. Like I was saying with Thing, why they didn't make them Yancey Street, yeah. They were playing it too safe. They didn't want to like really go there. Because basically the plot of the movie is about the smartest man on the planet fighting God. So you think there would be more to the meat to that, but it wasn't. They touched on a little bit and that's it. Touched on a little bit over here, touched by family drama over here. But it didn't really feel like it sunk in. It felt like it felt like it wanted to go there and it tried to go there, but it didn't go there. So at the end of it, it didn't feel like it had any teeth to it. And I feel like you missed me. Especially
you mean they could have did the story of Abraham or some shit?
Or that's what Kirby wanted to do. That's what Kirby always wanted to do. Galactus was God. Silver Surfer was a fallen angel. That's the story. Boom.
Well, I'm just saying, like Galactus wanted Franklin, right?
Oh, you know the story? Yeah, that's the whole story. Yeah,
I thought they just fucking did it in a trailer. They fucking put it in a trailer. Yeah, yes, we want your kid.
That's the whole story. Yeah. Galactus.
He wants our kid. Yeah. And I'm like, he wants the baby. He wants Franklin because Franklin is all powerful. Is basically a god.
Yeah, because basically we read the end of the Marvel universe. Franklin basically becomes Galactus eventually. So basically, he wanted somebody to take his place. That's what he wanted. So
and if they're setting up all the Secret War shit, all that Hickman shit,
like if you're gonna reboot the universe, get the baby. There you go.
Yeah, it sounds like they're fast tracking Secret Wars, Hickman, all that shit. That's
Yeah.
what it sounds like to me. But yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about. What my problem with Shia LaBeouf is it humanizes Norrin Rad. You know what I mean?
But
Like
he
it
wasn't supposed
turns
to be human, right? Yeah.
when Norrin Rad was like Silver Surfer was meant to be, like you said, a fallen angel, like this celestial being with no regards to life, had no value to life, and he just went around the universe finding worlds for a Galactus to eat. He didn't care about life, and Sue basically shows him that life has value, and that was the what made that story so special. Is you have this like celestial being by appreciating human life, you know, and by turning Norrin Rad into like a scientist, what Stan Lee did, and why Kirby didn't like that.
Right.
Like one of the many beefs that started, it was like he took Silver Surfer, turned him to basically turned him into a superhero. His alter ego, he was a scientist, he turns into Silver Surfer, now he's got a wife, and now he's doing it all for the nookie, you know? Right. You know, and Kirby just wanted to know, this is a biblical story. He meant it to be a biblical sort of story, you know? And it sounds like that sounds like the story of Abraham, where like God's like, hey, Abraham, go kill your kid for me.
Yeah.
To show you how much.
Yeah, but like I said, the movie is scared to go there. Like I said, the subtext is there, but the movie doesn't really go there like they wanted to. Like I wanted them to.
I always thought that was a fucked up story. I'm just saying that.
It really is. It really is a fucked up story. So yeah.
Hey, go kill your kid to show me how much you love him.
Like,
kill kid.
No,
like,
it's okay.
Psych, I was just kidding, man. Whoa. You were gonna really kill your kid for me, were you?
Right.
What the fuck, asshole? Like,
but I don't know if TikTok shows you this, but that's one of the changes they did with Silver Surfer, because she left her child to become, you know, the Silver Surfer, stuff like that. So basically kind of like a dichotomy of that. Like she left her child, will Sue leave her child for that? So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Okay. So so Galactus was gonna kill, like, so it's like Norrin Rad. Like, yeah.
It's the same story. Yeah, he was going to eat the planet.
Galactus was going to eat the world, and she says, okay, I'll be your herald. Just don't kill my planet. Is that basically what happened?
Like, well, she has her daughter with her at the moment, you know. And then when she floats into Galactus, you can see her leaving her daughter, you know.
So who's the dad? Norrin Rad?
They don't show him.
Oh.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if they did, but yeah, that's David. So I bet they're trying to show the parallels between Silver Surfer versus Sue Storm, because Sue Storm will basically do anything, sacrifice herself, you know, for her son, you know, versus the planet. Like what's more important, the son, your child, or the planet? You know, and that's where the meat of the story right there, that second plan when it came in there, because that's why I realized that Reed is like dumb as hell when he come back and tells the world what Galactus said. He like, well, Galactus was going to eat us, and we would negotiate it, but he wants our baby and we wouldn't give it to him. And we're like, what the fuck? Give him the baby. Fuck y'all. You know, like he could have made up a story. He could have said anything, but he decided to say that. So.
Yeah, they showed that trailer. That was in the trailer. They just, the one that just came out like a couple weeks ago. Like
they spoiled the trailer. I didn't know.
They just said,
I started watching trailers for the movies.
Yeah, that whole scene, like, hey, it's straight up on YouTube. Like, hey, did you kill Galactus? Like, no, he wants our baby.
See, I didn't know they spoiled that much of the story. So yeah,
I'm like, what the hell? Just like
now,
straight up spoiling the story.
So did
it shows like pregnant? They show like pregnant Sue and shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay. So they're like I said, it sounds like they're fast tracking this shit, you know.
Now, did you see the scene on TikTok where Reed was actually contemplating that?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he was sitting at the dinner table, they was like, how we gonna kill Galactus? And he actually brought up, he was like, well, let's say if we did give him the baby, and Sue was like, what the fuck? You know, and then they had these big arguments like that. That was the best scene in the movie to me. Like they going back and forth like that. And that's when you see that how much Reed is a bastard. Like that's the Reed I know. You piece of shit father, you piece of shit husband. That's Reed right there.
Yeah,
so.
Fuck you, Reed. I'm going to Atlantis.
Right. Oh shit. So yeah, it was a cool scene there. So like I said, there were some cool scenes in there, but like I said, the movie didn't have as much bite to it as I wanted to. But the action scenes were there. It was 2 action scenes that were really great. I wish there was a 3rd action scene. They cheated because they had a montage at the beginning. I was like, don't do a montage. Give us fight Mole Man at the beginning. Because he ties into at the end of the plot, but they don't decide to do that. So I'm just like, so I talk too much about the movie. I'm just tell you what I think. Okay. The movie was good. I don't think it was the knock out the park home run that Marvel wanted to be. I don't think it is. I don't want to say Marvel is back. I won't say this is the best movie since Endgame, because all y'all say is every movie is the best movie since Endgame. That's all y'all say. So
unless it's the Marvels or something.
It's right, the Marvels, stuff like that. So it was a good movie. I felt like it had all the pieces to be a great movie. It was scared to go there. That's what I think. So, but at the end of the day, I was entertained. They gave me Galactus. Honestly, Galactus and Silver Surfer alone is worth price of admission. Alone, that's it. Like, just go see it. Just go see a third act. Go watch the third act on TikTok. I know it's already there. So yeah, go see it. You'll like it.
I probably could.
Yeah, the whole third act there. So
I did see straight up like Galactus walking through the city, and I'm like, oh shit, and I like swiped up real quick.
Right.
Like, I ain't watching this on my phone.
Right. Like I said, he's a kaiju. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I won't spoil the ending for you, but it has a pretty cool scene. And now, like I said, the movie was a lot slower than Superman. Also, I don't know how people are going to react to, because basically half of between the second half and the second act and the third act is basically just Reed doing math problems. That's the movie until Galactus shows up. I don't know how people are going to react to that. Are people going to be cool with that? But that's what happened. So yeah, hold on. Let me see here. See what Jake got. Slap rating on it. Okay, I'm gonna slap rating on it. Because I didn't know what rating I was gonna give it until I started talking. Now that I'm talking, what rating I'm gonna give it? What rating did I sound like I'm gonna give it? Oh, I'm gonna give it a point for the soundtrack. Fantastic Four. Give me a good soundtrack. Yeah.
So this is the multiverse, right? Is this?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Right?
Yes. This is multiverse. Okay. But here's the thing. That I like about this movie. There are no reference to any other movie or multiverse like that. This is a self-contained story.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So this is this isn't the MCU whatever that Earth, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, this is Earth 828.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason it's called 828 because Jack Kirby's birthday is August 28th.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, they did a clever little thing at the end, like, okay. Matter of fact, they had a stand-in for Stan Lee and Jack Kirby cameo in it, like real quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in them early Fantastic Four comics, like Stan Lee and Jack Kirby was in those comics, writing the comics.
Well, Kirby modeled Ben Grimm after himself.
Yeah, he modeled Ben Grimm after Ben is the name of Jack Kirby's grandfather, I think.
Okay.
Benjamin, yeah, like 13. And then his name is Benjamin Jacob Grimm. Jack Kirby's real name is Jacob Kurtzberg. So yeah. And then he grew up. I don't think he grew up in Yancey Street. Well, I think like the Lancey.
Well, Yancey Street is like a made up name, but he grew up like in New York, like.
Not anymore.
Huh?
Not anymore. They did a public thing where they changed the Lancey Street to Yancey Street.
What that?
Like in real life.
Yeah. Oh, I heard about. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you cut out for a bit. I was like, did they change? It's not New York or something.
Yeah. So no. So that's the thing. So he grew up on that street and stuff like that. So yeah, he modeled after him. Matter of fact, let's go a little bit deeper. Like I said, the Thing is the only member of the team that's Jewish, and Jack Kirby is Jewish. Now here's the thing. What does Thing look like? Thing looks like a big giant rock monster, clay monster, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a reference in Jewish folklore to the
Golem.
The Golem, right? That's the thing. That's what we made. They were giant clay monsters that were basically protectors of the Jews. So that's where the Thing came from. That's where Ben Grimm came from. So for those that didn't get that, know that reference. So yeah, look at us dropping religion. Why are we deeper than the movie, Eli? Yeah, but that's the thing that's going on right now. So, like I said, I'm gonna slap radio on it. I love the soundtrack. Oh, and the ending song was so fucking funny. It was like "Let Us Be Devoured" or some shit. I like, what the fuck is this song, man? But it was catchy. I had to listen to the. I like these lyrics. Don't make no damn. These lyrics are funny as hell. So I'm gonna give it credit just for the soundtrack. 4 out of 5. That's my score.
Okay.
It was a 3.5 out of 5, but that ending song where they talk about "Eat Us, Galactus," I gotta give it credit.
Who sang that?
A choir.
Was it?
It was like a choir singing.
Oh, it was a choir.
Galactus, eat us. You know,
I was like, is that a metal song or something?
Devour us. Like, what the fuck is this song, man? So if anybody has seen the movie, if you listen to the end credits scene, please pay attention to the lyrics on that end credits scene. That shit is hilarious. So that's all I got. Can we move past that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna throw it to Eli. That was his time for a deep dive lore dump on us. So we're gonna talk about Happy Gilmore 2. Okay.
Did you watch this?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I'll get to it eventually. So yeah.
Well, I was bored and it was on. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And
it's
you know what?
On Netflix. Everybody watched it, so yeah.
Yeah, I checked it out. I'll check it out or whatever. It's fucking the new Happy Gilmore. It ain't that bad. I actually laughed.
I'm hearing different things. People saying like it's terrible. Here's the thing about. I know you're gonna talk about it, but Adam Sandler's Netflix movies. I don't know. It's like he don't care. It's like a tax write off for him.
And let's get serious. Like Happy Gilmore is probably the only Adam Sandler movie I ever liked. You know.
That's right. It was in the 90s. You hate the 90s. I get it. No. Adam Sandler had some great movies back then, man. You had Happy Gilmore was his first go when you had a Let Him Sing that was awesome. Waterboy is my favorite movie he's ever made.
Oh yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Waterboy was fine.
But at least
Tommy Boy.
In the 90s,
No, that's not Tommy Boy. No, which one was when he went back to school?
Tommy Boy wasn't even him. That was the other guy.
What's the one where he went back to school?
That was Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
That was great. Okay, so that's 4. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
And Big Daddy, I don't know if Big Daddy came out in the 2000s or 90s, whatever, but yeah.
That was all right.
Oh, come on.
Was it Little Devil, or what was the one where he's the devil?
Little Nicky, that's when, okay, yeah, the hype train has died down at the point.
Yeah, shout out to Ozzy again, because Ozzy was in that movie.
Al Pacino was in that movie, too. No, he was in the next one after that was even worse than that, Jack and Jill. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Ozzy was in a bunch of shit. He was in that video game, Brutal Legend with Jack Black.
Jack Black, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I could never beat that last level. Because when the first half of the game, well, most of the game was like hack and slash shit. Mm-hmm. I was fine with that, but then like towards the end, it turned into like an RPG Command and Conquer type of shit. We had to like lead your factions in.
Jake, yeah. Oh, he's
the longest year.
The longest yard.
Oh yeah, the longest year. That's right. And that was a remake.
That was a remake.
Burt
Reynolds did the first one, so yeah.
Burt Reynolds was in the
Yeah. But hell, Burt Reynolds in that one.
Yeah. Was he in the remake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I started talking about Ozzy again. Shout out to Ozzy.
Let's talk about Ozzy. Fuck Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about Ozzy. No, I watched it, the new Happy Gilmore, and I laughed. I laughed more than I thought I would.
You laughed at a remake to a 90s movie? What?
So it's a sequel. It's a straight up sequel. Like he's got kids. He's like a washed up golfer and shit, and he has to get back in the game. Shooter McGavin, holy fuck, he had me rolling. Whenever Shooter McGavin came back, he was fucking funny. And there's a bunch of cameos, like you know.
I know Eminem is in it, so.
Oh fuck yeah, that shit was hilarious. That shit had me laughing.
Matter of fact, Eminem, before you go do that, I do want to say this. I don't know if it's a reference to this, but that Bob Barker scene in Happy Gilmore, that's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in a movie. That shit had me roll. I was sitting with my dad. Both of us were dying laughing watching that scene. So.
Yeah, no, the Eminem cameo, holy shit! He gets eaten by alligators. I was fucking wrong. That actually got me. That was probably my favorite scene when Eminem showed up. But it's more, if you like the first movie, it's more the same dumb, moronic, silly, stupid comedy shit. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's packed full of nostalgia, just like the Axel Foley movie and the Coming to America movies. It's the same. It's got all the references, you know, all the characters come back, you know, and it's just Happy Gilmore's life, like 30 years later or whatever. He's all washed up. He's an alcoholic. He's got to get back in the game and whatever. He's got to make a comeback. And yeah,
he's done with hockey, right? He's not trying to be a hockey player.
Oh no, he never. Yeah, he still can't play hockey, and he's a washed up golfer. He ain't got it like he used to. So he's got to like, get back in the game, train again, and then Shooter shows up. Shooter's been in an insane asylum all separate. Yeah, it's just stupid, dumb comedy shit, and that made me laugh more than I thought it would. So yeah, it wasn't a bad time. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I mean, that's all.
Nice. Okay, I was not expecting that. 'Cause like I said,
Yeah.
Adam Sandler just throws shit on Netflix and just don't care. So you telling me he actually tried with this one? That's
well, and it is a bit too long. I think it's probably 20 minutes too long. Because Netflix just lets people do whatever the fuck they want and drag shit out.
Right.
And I think that if they had cut down like 20 minutes, I think it would have been pretty solid. It does drag a few times, but overall, it wasn't. I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's not great. It didn't blow me away. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. But it wasn't. I was entertained for the most part. So yeah, that's all I got. Happy Gilmore.
Cool.
That's the deepest dive I can take.
All right.
Into the lore, the Happy Gilmore lore.
Happy Gilmore lore. At least we find out what what Adam Sandler movies you like. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We were still need a rate. I gave a rating. 4 to 5. Like I was gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5, but that Galactus eating song at the end.
That puts you over the top.
That put me over the top. So yeah. All right. Give that. Let me say, can we move with the next part of the podcast? All right. Like I said, we're here. Like I said, the Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books. We're gonna jump into it. Eli, I'm gonna let you go first and see what you got.
No video game things.
I didn't play anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Next week I'll play something. So yeah.
Let me see. I will do. Is this my book of the week? It's probably my book of the week. Well, there wasn't. It was a light week. Quite the light week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do Absolute Wonder Woman.
Absolute Wonder Woman.
Number 10.
Okay.
So this is the Absolute Universe where Darkseid has rebooted, created a new universe, an absolute darkness universe or whatever. So in this universe, Wonder Woman grew up in hell. She was raised in hell.
Okay.
And she grew up to not be an asshole.
Right. So that's not what is it? Nature versus nurture?
Something, yeah. So and this is a new story arc. So she's in a labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it? Clea. Clea's got a labyrinth, and she's after this like little girl who's like a siren that doesn't talk, but if she does, she'll like shatter cosmos or whatever. She's a siren. They got a powerful voice. So she goes into this labyrinth to go rescue this little girl who's a siren. And Clea's got like fishmen going after her, which is pretty cool. Then she teams up with the Minotaur.
Okay.
Because it's a labyrinth. So the Minotaur's in there, and the Minotaur's name is Ferdinand, which I thought was very clever.
No, that's in like regular Wonder Woman lore.
Oh, really? There's a Ferdinand?
There's a Ferdinand Minotaur. Yeah, he's like her personal chef or some shit.
Oh, okay, because I thought they were that Ferdinand the Bull or whatever that.
Oh yeah, it is a thing. But Ferdinand's been in the comics like for years.
Okay, so Ferdinand, she's in and she's going through the labyrinth and fighting, fishmen and shit. And then we're cutting back to like flashbacks of when she was a girl being raised in hell, learning how to fight, guarding everything, and it just cuts in between like what's going on in the present and just kind of highlighting Diana's resilience and her compassion, which, and it was this really cool scene, this really cool flashback scene where little Diana's guarding hell and this like giant like panther with like blood all over its face comes up to her and is like, how about, He's like, I'm here to eat everything. He's like, well, you're welcome to wherever you want. You can take what you want. He's like, how about I eat you? I was like, why? Like, well, you're not going to fight me? And she's like, no, why do we got? I'm not going to fight you for no reason. Is it because you're weak? Like, no, I'm not. I'm strong. I'm just not going to fight you for no reason. Like, you ain't the first thing. Like, everything that's down here is always roaring and hissing and clawing because they don't know how else to act. But I'm going to show them that's not how you have to be. It's like really cool. She's telling off this big giant monster. Like, you're just like every other thing that's roaring and mad and angry all the time. Well, and then he's like, well, fuck you. I'm going to go eat this turtle. It's like, no, you're not. You're not going to go fuck with him because he didn't do anything to you. So she did that. Then she starts fighting the fucking big giant panther because he was about to go eat the turtle. I'm here to protect everything, and I'm not going to let you fuck with him because he ain't doing nothing to you. I thought that was so cool to see her again. That pure heroism. What I liked about Superman.
Everything around her, so yeah.
Yeah, like within the Superman movie, that moment. Well, yeah, he gives a shit. He's compassionate and he's empathetic. And this is Wonder Woman the same way. Even though she's raised in hell, surrounded by all this shit and creatures and monsters that are just pissed off and sad and angry and want to just do damage all the time, she's like trying to, remain empathetic. I thought that was so refreshing. So yeah, but basically she's fighting these monsters. And she ends up getting like infected. The mermen have like, is it magic or some kind of ability where she makes they make her like hallucinate. And this is where the art gets all weird and trippy and shit. Because she starts hallucinating and everything gets all psychedelic and shit. And then at the end it shows this giant like warrior. I don't know if it's supposed to be Ares or something coming at her. And then that's it. That's what it says to be continued. She's like, who are you? And she's all like tripping out. And it says next, here be dragons. I don't know. And he's talking to some gibberish, but he's all on fire and he's got a hammer and shit. And like, okay. So yeah, this is another cool Absolute Wonder Woman is like one of my favorite books now. I mean, I look forward to it every month. It's probably my favorite out of the Absolute books that are going on right now. And yeah, this is another cool issue. 4 out of 5. It's my book of the week. I mean, it was a light week. There wasn't much that I read, but I mean, this was really cool. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, since you're doing Absolute, I didn't do an Absolute book, but I think I did a book that ties into the absoluteness of it.
Okay. Martian Manhunter.
No, I should have did that. I need to get on that.
I dropped that. It was cool for the first couple now, but I'm not well versed into Martian Manhunter to get all the references, So I stopped.
Can't blame me. So
yeah.
All right. So the book. So I'm not doing an Absolute book, but it kind of ties into it. It'll make more sense when I start off. So
did an all-in?
It is an all-in book. It is Superman number, I don't know, 26, I think. I don't know, somewhere there. So this is a book in the main continuity, but now that whole Absolute shit is bleeding into the regular universe now. And that's where we're here now, the whole Summer of Superman. So this is a whole new arc where it's starting out, and we're going to see where it goes from there. And let's just start the book off. So, yeah. So the book starts off with Superman doing Superman shit. Yeah. And he decides to fly home. After doing all the Superman shit, he decides to fly home. And I'm going to zoom into this book because if you look in the background, you'll see a mighty, what is it, the Mighty Cranberries? What's the name of it? Mighty Crabjoys?
Oh, that I know. Yeah, isn't that that band or whatever? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he has a poster behind him. So that means canonically, Superman is a fan of the Mighty Crabjoys.
Okay.
So there you go. So it's in there.
And that band is canon.
The band is canon. Yeah, he grew up on. Oh, also there's a poster of Goku in the back. So yeah. So we're not gonna get to that. So like I said, but he came there for a reason. He came there to grab his Legion ring. He always leave it at home, and somebody said, "Hey, what you doing here, Clark?" And who is it? Ma Kent. She's like, "What you doing, Clark? Why you here? You just came here to get that ring?" He like, and she was like, well, your dad's that. Yeah, I know. He already knows where his dad's at. He can hear his dad down the street talking to somebody in Smallville because he's Superman. He has super hearing. So yeah. So she's just like, you can't even get that ring. What you want the ring for? He was like, because I fought this bad guy. That was part of the Fatal Five. And he comes from the 30th century, and he's here in his time now. So I'm like, if he's here, what's going on with the Legion back there? So I need to go see them. She's like, okay, why don't you go see them? Well, it's not that simple because those are my friends. Like, they're not like friends like Lana and Pete and Lois, stuff like that, where I gotta like sometimes hide my true identity around them. I can't be my real stuff around them. The Legion of Superheroes were the first friends I ever had where I could be myself around it, like 100% myself. I didn't have to pretend to be anybody. I could, they accepted for who I was. So, but every time I go to the future to see them, things change. And when I go back there, I'm scared things might not be the way I remember. And Mom Kent's like, well, it sounds like it's a high school reunion. I mean, yeah, people, when I go to my high school reunion, people ain't the same way I remember, like they were either. But guess what? The feeling is still the same. And if these people are who you say they are, and they're really your friends, you can feel the same way with them. She was like, thanks, Mom, and kisses her, and Superman's out of there, So he's like, he decides to go to the spot where he normally goes to see the Legion of Superheroes. Before he goes there, he hears something. He's like, and it's Saturn Girl, or somebody he thinks is Saturn Girl. She's like, are you the Superman? She's like, what are you? And Saturn Girl has like mind powers, but Martian Manhunter basically put mental blocks on Superman so bad guys can stop mind controlling him, But she's trying to get into him, and she just like, and she tells him like, Darkseid sent me. He like, Darkseid? He like, yes. You thought you killed Darkseid? Darkseid's not dead. Darkseid is now past, present, and future. Darkseid is. She's like, damn. And then you see the other Legion of Superheroes kill the Justice League, the Watchtower, just blow them up. And then Superman's like, what the hell is going on? So Superman flies up there to try to stop what's going on. And while he's up there, they fly down to Smallville, find Ma Kent, and kill her. And Superman flies back, like, what the hell you do? And Superman grabs Cosmic Boy, one of the Legion of Superheroes, and beats him to death. And then as we realize, wait a minute, ain't none of this shit real. He realized Saturn Girl did get into his head. She's like, yeah, you mess with me right now. She's like, yeah, I almost got you. I know when I said Darkseid, you let your guard down a little bit. She's like, yeah. She's like, so what do you want? And she was like, why don't you take a walk with me, Kal-El, and see what's going on? And then they doing their whole thing, and she's like, oh, basically, this isn't the same Saturn Girl he knows. This is Darkseid Saturn Girl. She's like, oh, wait a minute. The Saturn Girl you had a crush on her? You never told her? She's like, I had a crush on her, not you, crazy bitch. So that's, and he gets saved by Doomsday. I never got a chance to get around to this. Doomsday lived so long, he made it to the end of the universe and became the new time trapper. So he controls time. And now he's here to save Superman and basically warp Superman out of there, and they go to another location. And Darkseid finds out that she's up there in regular time. But she like, time is not ready yet, so I'm going to punish you. And she takes him there and she says, Darkseid is. So now she takes her, what the fuck ever. So yeah. So they go to a pocket dimension that time travel is going to, because like, we need another person to you need to take somebody else with you to the Legion of Superheroes, because you can't make it there by yourself, because Darkseid has control of them. And if you go there by yourself, they're going to kill you. So you need somebody just as strong as you, even stronger. And he's here. And like, who is it? It is dun, 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 Superboy Prime. Okay. One of the biggest, baddest villains DC has ever had. He's OP as fuck. He's the guy that punched a hole in the universe and resurrected Jason Todd. That was him. So yeah, he's so powerful. He knows he's in the comics, so he winks at us saying, "Come back next week while I kill some Legion members." And to be continued. So yeah. So weird ass book. It's some stuff I didn't know was going on that I'm kind of getting caught up with, but that whole summer Superman thing is going on right now. So now we read in that other book that Darkseid in the Absolute Universe took over the Legion of Superheroes, and now Superman is going to, I guess, hop into the universe now. So yeah, like Darkseid's universe, and see what. So now it's all coming together now. So yeah, overall 45. It's a beginning of a new arc. A lot of stuff going on. I know I didn't explain.
Still Joshua Williamson?
Still Joshua Williamson, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to explain the whole how is he on the same team with Doomsday. It's a thing. I may explain later, but that's going on. So yeah. Yeah. So
did you have a score?
Did I? 4 out of 5. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. Do I want to say 4.5 out of 5? I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 because they did a dream sequence, and I hate dream sequence. So 4 out of
5. All right. Well, I got this Godzilla #1. This is new.
So who is okay?
Yeah, this is that IDW, the new series, new continuity from IDW. We got Tim Silly writing it.
Yeah, because I'm going to ask you, what company is this? I'm going to say
it's IDW, and they've been kicking off they've been all these new Godzilla books lately, like the Godzilla versus Chicago, Godzilla versus LA. They've been bringing Godzilla to America the last couple months, and this is this new continuity of Godzilla lore or whatever. So this is basically kind of takes from the Millennium era with G-Force. So it's in this other, future where, kaiju are just a thing, on Earth, and cities have fortified, New York has a wall around it, and, Japan has G-Force, and now America has a G-Force, a team that fights Godzilla. That's in the Millennium. Actually, the Heisei area in the 90s had the G-Force, a team, a Power Rangers team that fights Godzilla. There's movies and that's just,
y'all thought Eli knew Happy Gilmore lore? No, he knows Godzilla lore.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this basically takes from that. We're introduced to this new team of
Wait, is that Ultraman?
That's Jaguar.
Oh, okay, my fault. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's from Godzilla versus Megalon. Okay. I know that because we own that. We bought that at Kmart back in the day. That was one of our VHS movies we owned.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, I've watched that movie hundreds of times. But Jaguar is on the team, and he speaks through music lyrics. Now I didn't recognize any of the lyrics. I don't know if they're made up, but I didn't bother to Google if they were real songs or not. But that's how he speaks. He speaks through songs, and it's just a team of an X-Men team. Some of them got abilities, but the main guy, he has Godzilla powers. It's this kid who grew up an orphan because his parents were killed in a kaiju attack, so he hates Godzilla. He hates all kaiju, but somehow he acquired powers, superpowers, and so he's on the team and he's being trained as the new recruit, and then Anguirus, he's that little porcupine dinosaur thing that was in Godzilla Rebirth in the second Godzilla movie, Godzilla Raids Again. It was the second sequel. Anyways, that monster shows up, one of Godzilla's villains. He shows up off the coast of Florida. The team gets called in to go fight him. They whoop his ass. Actually, one of the girls has a psychic ability, which is, what's her name from the movie? She could do that too. She could talk to Godzilla. But anyway, she can talk to Anguirus, and she gets him to go back into the sea and shit. So it's basically, this is very anime manga influenced. Even the art style, it looks like a manga. It sounds like Attack on Titan, where they're just straight up flying, humans just fly. That one kid is jumping through the air, punching Godzilla and shit, very Power Rangers. You got the team dynamic, Power Ranger shit, X-Men type of shit. Yeah, the teen angst shit going on. I'm sure those two are going to be an item. The psychic chick and the new kid with all the, superpowers. Yeah, it's got all that, wrapped into a Godzilla story. So it's pretty cool. I'll check it out for a bit. Yeah, some of that team dynamics gets a little muddy, trying to introduce the team and everybody's got a different personality, all that crap. That's okay, whatever. I get it. You're doing an X-Men thing. But whatever. I'm on board for the most part. It was cool. Yeah, it's Godzilla with Power Rangers and anime or like Pacific Rim. You know what I mean? It's got all that stuff. So yeah, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. It didn't wow me, but I'm digging the concept. Okay, this is Japan and America teaming up to put their biggest, powerful team to take on kaiju. In this, what is it called? It's got the Kai-Sei era. That's what they're calling this, the Kai-Sei era. They're going to see if this catches on, because Kai-Sei means like power, like kaiju powers, and that's what that kid has. He's got these Kai-Sei powers. So, so like a super team versus Godzilla.
Okay. What is it? Chichia? Hi. Trying to see what name it is. Okay. All right. Hi. Thanks for listening. Okay. Are we gonna talk about the MK2 trailer? We talked about it last week, Jake. The one you didn't come to. So
the what trailer?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even watch it.
I didn't. But we don't have to watch anything to talk about anything over here. That's the internet nowadays. We have to do research. So all right. So last book I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm gonna be a basic bitch this week. I did Superman. Now I'm gonna do Batman. So yeah. Did you read this one? This
no, I haven't been on Batman in a while.
Okay, yeah, there's a whole Hush thing.
Who's? Oh yeah, that's right. It's the Hush book. Yeah,
they're still Hush.
I gotta get caught up.
Have you heard what they're doing with this Hush thing?
No.
Okay, so what they're doing is that they're giving you 6 books up front. They're gonna do 6, and then have another writer come in, do some crazy shit, and then finish up the second book like next year or some shit. Something.
But was it Jeff Loeb writing it again?
Yeah, Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was gonna check it out. I just haven't.
Yeah, get to it. But I understand.
Reading all that Superman shit. No.
Right. Summer of Superman. That's where we hit now. So, like I said, I would I'm gonna do Superman. I'm gonna just read Batman, see what Batman is right now. Kind of keep an eye on what's going on. So yeah. So like I said, this is Hush 2 or Hush 2. They added H2SH. That's how they spelling it. It doesn't make any sense anyway.
Okay.
And what is the And what
that only happened once with T2.
Right.
And if you said T2, you were fucking annoying.
Right. Like
I'm gonna go
make that a thing.
T2. Just say Terminator, motherfucker.
Right. Stop trying to make it a thing. So what had happened on the cover? Batman versus Batgirl. And that happens here in this book. This ain't like not a hoax, not a simulation, not a dream. It happens. So yeah, let's get to it. All right. So the book goes on with Hush has a knife to Robin's throat. Like I said, I missed some shit. I don't really know what the fuck's going on. And then Batman's just like, take me, leave the boy alone. He's like, why so early in the game would I take a rook for the king? And Damon's just like, my grandfather hated chess. And then he hits a little bat symbol on his belt. And then all of a sudden, robot Robins fly anywhere and attack everybody. Attack Hush, attack whoever, his goons and shit like that. Damon punches him in the face. They're like, man, let's get the fuck out of here. And then Batman's trying to capture Hush, but Hush gets out of there. And he stabs Batman also. And then Bane pops out of nowhere and starts getting the big guy, the silence guy, the guy that fucked up Joker in the book, whatever like that. And I don't know who this chick is. I don't know, like some wildcat or some shit. But yeah. So anyway, they're escaping, and Batman's like, you can't get away, Hush. I won't let you get away. So he tries to jump after him, but Hush already planned it. So Batman doesn't make the jump. So he just falls to his death. Robin snatches him up, and he's like, Bane, get me up. So then they save Batman, and Batman's like, that trick you did, Robin. You stole that shit from me. I did that shit in Batman Year One. And Robin's like, no, I didn't steal it. I improved on it. It's not the same. You're like, yeah, whatever. But anyway, the real question I want to know is, what the fuck is he doing here? And he looks at Bane. He's like, well, Bane owed me a favor. Like, I don't give a damn. He's like, you needed help. That big guy that beat up Bane, you were fighting too many big guys. You needed some help. And you cut off everybody. So I needed somebody on the outside. So I broke him out of Blackgate. And then Batman just remember Bane killed Alfred. And then he's like, bam, punch him in the face. Pow! Shit like that. And then he says, send him back to Blackgate. And then so that's that. And then Joker's fine now, even though he got his jaw broken, he was bad. He's up, got guns pointed at Dick and Jason, and he starts shooting at him. And then Dick is just like, nah, fuck this, get out of here. They jump out of the tower that they're in, and he loses sight of Jason. He don't know what Jason is. So, and anyway, Joker's gonna get revenge on Hush. So yeah. Cut to Batman, and he finds some kind of hideout where Hush has got a chessboard up with like the good guys on it and the bad guys on it. He don't know if he wanted Batman to find it, but he knows like there's a piece of Alfred on there, there's a crumbled up piece of Damien on there. Maybe it's more clues. Who knows? And we cut to Gordon, who is in basically he got fucked up in the last issue. Like, by the time you got here, Batman. And then that's when you got Batgirl, like, no, it's me, Dad. She's like, oh, it's you, Barbara. I should have known it was you. And basically, the reason she's there because she wanted to tell him, like, the worst thing that we can possibly think about Batman has happened. He broke Joker out of jail and saved his life. And Batman is hearing everything on it because he bugged Gordon's off his hospital room. So everything Batgirl is saying, he's hearing. And Gordon's just like, well, maybe he had a good reason to doing it. Like, no. There's no good reason for doing that. He's gone off the deep end this time. He's gone too far. And while he's doing all that, that's when he sees Hush. Skip off past that. Don't care. It's flashbacks of bullshit that they did. Hush shows up and he blows up the building that Batman is standing right now. So knocks him off and Batman tries to jump away. But of course, he can't jump away in time. So he's falling to his death. And that's when he gets rescued by Batgirl. But before she can rescue him, she hits him into a bunch of bricks and he crashes real hard to the ground. And Batman's realized, wait a minute, she's not that sloppy. She did all that shit on purpose. She's pissed off at me. And then she's trying to say, and she started swinging him. She was like, this is all your fault, Bruce. You did this shit. She's like, look, this isn't my fault. This is Hush. This is Joker. Like, you always blame on somebody else. You always blame it on Hush. You always blame it on Joker. You never take accountability for yourself. And while Batman was dodging, she finally gets a good shot in on him. She's like, okay, let me take her ass out. And before he can do that, she goes invisible. She's like, what should I do that shit? So while she figuring out where she's at, she beating the shit out of him. She's like, damn, okay, this is cheating right now. She's like, okay, this is cute, Bats, Barbara. And then he goes to infrared goggles and sees her, and then bam, punches her out of invisibility. And they're still fighting and shit like that. And she was just like, look, because of you, my dad is gonna die because you want to save that asshole the Joker, you know. And that's when bam, a nightstick, your scrimmer shows up, and who is it? Nightwing and Damien and Huntress and the Riddler and Catwoman. Yeah.
Okay.
To be continued. So yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck going on in this story, to be honest with you. But
it looks dope.
It looks dope. You got Jim Lee drawing it, and they did what they promised. I thought they were going to be another bait and switch, but they actually gave you Batgirl versus Batman. You know, she got all this crazy ass tech that she don't tell Batman about, but Batman is still Batman. So yeah. But at the same time, these stories are getting kind of repetitive. Batman versus the Bat Family. I mean, how many times are we gonna do this storyline?
Yeah.
We've done this shit so many times in just this year alone, you know. Also, I wish Jeff Loeb would have read some Batman comics before he jumped back in his Batman. It's like he hadn't read a Batman comic since he wrote his Batman comic.
Since he wrote one.
Yeah, because okay, I get it that Batman don't want to work with Bane because he killed Alfred. Why the fuck is Robin working with Bane because he killed Alfred? Bane killed Alfred in front of Robin, like in front of Damien, like tied him up and made him watch while Alfred died. Fucked him up mentally. So why the fuck is he working with Bane? It don't make it. Don't give me that bygones be bygones. No, that's not the shit you just forgive somebody over.
Especially Damien.
Especially Damien. Yeah. Because that shit fucked him up mentally. He had to like go somewhere. You know,
he had to go to Lazarus Island.
Like, yeah, therapy and shit like that. Because so yeah, and now he's just working with the dude to kill Alfred, like in front of him. So yeah, so I kind of like suspend
Damien's a petty little shit.
Yeah. Just kind of get this. I don't know, man. I'm just rolling with it. It's just fucked up because it's going to be even more fucked up because, like I said, after issue 6 of this run. Then they're gonna switch to somebody else. Somebody else gonna take over the book. I think Chips. No, who the fuck? They said who's taking over the book.
Is Jim Lee gonna still draw it?
No, they got a new guy. The same guy that's been doing it. Jorge Jimenez.
Oh, Jimenez, yeah, okay.
Who the fuck is writing this book? Who's taking over? Damn it. It's somebody big. Damn it. I don't know. Somebody big taking over in like 2 months or something like that.
It ain't Tom Taylor, is it?
I don't think so. I don't think it's Tom Taylor. Chip Zdarsky's done. So it's not
Jason
him.
Aaron.
I don't think so. It's somebody big. It's somebody big. You'd be like, oh, they get in their book. Like it's somebody on that level that's getting the book. So yeah, I just don't know who. So yeah.
Well, that's what Hush was an excuse to have Jim Lee draw every Batman character,
and that's the reason to get this book. Like the story be damn. Don't worry about the story. Just look at the cute art.
Like,
because this story don't make no fucking sense. So
yeah, let's throw Bane in there because Jim Lee can draw cool Bane.
Yeah, because Bane has no reason to be here. Why is Bane teaming up with anybody?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
3.5 out of
5. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Cool art, shit story. So yeah. Anything else you got or?
No, I'm booked. I did read the new Psylocke, which is her fighting ninja demons and shit. Mm-hmm. That's looking like really manga anime-ish. And then I read that Mr. Terrific Year One. It's cool, but I don't know. I don't get all the references.
Like the Spectre and all this stuff. And
who the fuck was it? I can't remember who. Lex Luthor was in it actually. He stole his wife's design.
Oh yeah, because his wife was like a genius too.
Yeah, Hulk. What was it? The Nexus engine or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like the first issue where you get to see him kick some kind of ass. He's using all his little balls and his cloaking devices and holograms to fuck with those government assassins or whatever those assassins that show up. So pretty cool shit. But again, I don't know enough. I don't know who's who.
Okay.
This guy, that guy.
Supposedly he's supposed to be in another superhero team, the Terrific 10.
Okay.
Like 10 people of what the fuck ever. I don't know. They had a list, but I can't remember who all it was. But yeah. But nah, cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, if you listen this long, if you like, share, subscribe. I guess for this year, I'm done. I did nothing else for me to review. So the rest of this year is just Eli. So everything I want to talk about, I talked about. I'm good. So this is the Eli show moving forward to the end until we'll see what's going on. But don't worry, we'll talk about something. We'll figure out what's going on. Until then,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's comic book movies. Yeah, they're not as they don't come out like they used to, huh?
Okay, right, because y'all don't go see them. Y'all can complain about it. So here's the thing. So after Fantastic Four, the next MCU movie is 18 months away.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it. We're gonna be a while. So yeah. We got.
Should we just go on hiatus till then? No.
No, we'll stick around. We'll talk about something. So yeah. Video games.
We'll do retro reviews and shit.
Just retro reviews the whole time. We're gonna start with Fantastic Four 1, and by the time we'll be up to Hickman by the time 18 months go by. So yeah.
We'll have to bring back the top 5.
We might need to. We're gonna start getting creative on here. Yeah. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.